The Mile High City. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Now here's Barton. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Lillard dishes to Covington, and he banks in the layup.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Passes it to Jokic. Dishes it to Porter. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Lillard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Nurkic. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Covington kicks to Lillard. Drills the three-pointer.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Murray, good.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
A 3 from McCollum. And it's Denver with the rebound. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 5-point game. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Jokic. Count the basket. Jokic has got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard surveying the D. Portland again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
Murray. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now the pass to McGee. Outside Gordon. Bull the pass to Gordon. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Trailblazers trail by 11. McCollum outside to the paint. Stolen by McGee. Here's Dozier. He is guarded by McCollum. Bull kicks to Gordon. And it's off from three-point range. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And here's Denver. They're on a 16-5 run. Powell with the steal. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
On the wing, Gordon. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way, because they know he can go up and get it.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Nuggets so far.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Well, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
Little, he's checked in for Portland. Ball dishes to Gordon. To the inside. Anthony with the block. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And it's Simons missing.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Just 4 to shoot. Campazzo. That one's not going to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Jones, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's Simons. Pass to Anthony. Kanter trying to free himself up. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Carmelo Anthony. Campazzo covered by Anthony. And Bull wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 10. With some arc. And Bull pulls it down.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. 1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Barton surveying the floor. Snatched away. Here's Little. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Set up by Lillard's nice feet. I mean, he loves being the quarterback of their offense.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Millsap. That shot off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
That shot missing. Barton with some nice D.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
Porter outside. They need this one. Jokic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Jokic drops them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq has been that way for... That's all for now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
We've got Will Barton. JaMychal Green is out there with Jokic. And there's Gordon, and it's Murray in at the point. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Trailblazers trail by 8. Goes up to the stripe. The shot by Powell, no good. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Murray with the ball. And that one's good, Barton.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the three in transition.
Lillard with no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lillard's got 8 points.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
Here's Murray. He kicks it to Green. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Gordon with the defensive effort.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And he gets it to go.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. From past the arc. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now Murray. Out to the right wing. The kick out to Barton. There's the dish to Murray. It's good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Lillard way outside. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Murray against Lillard. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. And Cantor pulls it down. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Denver leading by 9. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Powell. Portland again missing. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Dozier, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. McGee, the pass to Bull. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Powell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Feeds it to McGee. The 11-footer. The Nuggets with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 7, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nuggets. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Nuggets leading by 3. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard outside. Now here's McCollum. Harden defending. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the layup for 2. McCollum's got his first points of the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Murray right side. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. Shoots. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So it'll be C.J. McCollum shooting. It's going to go on Will Barton. Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
You know, if you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. Shows you what happens when you put in the...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Passes to Dozier. Back to Gordon. There's the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
And the coaching staff wants Gordon to keep taking those. It's only going to help him get better.
Here is Lillard from deep three-point range, and it's Denver with the rebound. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dozier. McGee trying to break free. Dozier can't get it to go, and that's an intentional foul. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Gordon, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony, and it's Lillard missing, and so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And they're running. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Martin's checked in for Denver. He gets that one. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open team.
And it's Lillard missing.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not thieves.
Pass to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Porter looking it over. Powell with the steal. Here's McCollum. And it's good for 2. McCollum's got 8 points in the quarter.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Murray. There's the pass to Jokic. They get it back. Trailblazers trail by 4. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Lillard attacking. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Murray against Lillard. It's good.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray against Lillard. There's the double team with Covington. Millsap kicks to Barton. Clock at 4. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Lillard. Yes!
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Denver calls timeout. The score knotted at 51. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. So the Nuggets win the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got JaMychal Green. He's out there with Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Porter. Now a timeout called by Portland. Cantor checked in for Portland. Murray against Lillard. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Lillard with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Porter. And the first one at the line is good.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Barton dishes to Murray. Back to Barton. Clock at 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. McGee's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Murray kicks to McGee. Outside for Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Back to McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. There's Porter at the 3. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Kicks to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Covington in the corner. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Barton. Porter with the steal. Here's Murray. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
McGee against Lillard. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Nifty move. It's in!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Barton inside the line. McGee got it!
And see, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Here's Lillard. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
But they get it back. Porter, no luck. And so it's Portland winning this one. They had to scrape and claw. sandwich.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And Jokic wide open, he shoots, misses, and he wants that one back.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
4 on the clock, and it's good. 2 points.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
And the pass to Marjanovic. And stolen by Murray. Here's the break. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
Barton outside. Pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Burke with it, all guarded by Murray. That's good from Burke on the assist by Porzingis.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Murray outside. Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Burke. Marjanovic kicks to Burke. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Millsap finds Murray. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Burke. Over to the left wing. Marjanovic down low. Millsap covering. And the basket is good. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Here's Doncic following the score by Jamal Murray. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Murray surveying the D. Jokic kicks to Porter. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic outside. Back to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Pretty fundamentally sound, and Jokic does a great job of keeping his balance there after contact.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Brunson. Pass to Powell. They swipe it. And they're moving it up. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there. And that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Here's Brunson. Hands it from downtown. That will count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Redick in at the 2. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And so here's Denver. The Mavericks making the shot, and he comes up with the deuce.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Richardson outside. Outside Hardaway. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on JaVale McGee.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Nuggets trail by 4. Dozier. And it's in there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Redick with it. No points in the game yet for him. No good on the triple. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Back to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh my goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not
no.
at all.
Here's Dozier. The Mavericks making the shot. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now here's Barton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The Mavericks pull it in. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Powell dishes to Burke. Back to Powell. Kicks it to Burke. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Now this is where Porzingis can do the most damage. 7'3". He's got the height. He's going to shoot over just about anybody in the league.
Outside Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Gordon. Trying to get something going. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Richardson. 1:04 left to play here in the half. Doncic with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here is Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got 6 points.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Feeds it to Burke. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Oh, that was something else.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running. Lob pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Marjanovic. To the inside. Porter with the steal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
It's all tied in Denver. And now let's catch it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the 1st quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And at the end of the period, they had a... That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then there's Gordon. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Jokic, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists in the game.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. Tipped away. Dozier passes to Murray. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And the turnover again by Denver.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Now here's Brunson. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Shoots from the high post. Jump shot is good that time. Richardson's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Pass to Dozier. Bull with it. Guarded by Powell. Here's Dozier. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. Dishes to Gordon. To the paint. Stolen by Brunson. Stein passes to Powell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Dozier. Richardson covering. Dozier passes to McGee. 5 on the clock. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Thompson with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Hardaway. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Powell trying to free himself up. The baseline J off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 10. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Mavs.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Richardson outside. Passes it to Hardaway. Over Gordon. Hardaway, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Brunson. He feeds it to Powell. Over Bull. Polina inside. And he's fouled. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Brunson. Pulling the basket by JaVale McGee. In the corner, it's Richardson. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and that one released in time, but no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here's Doncic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. The pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. Murray outside. The kick out to Barton. Murray right side. Jokic finds Murray. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Jokic with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mavericks leading by 4. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Burke. No good from outside.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them. Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition, and that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
And here is Murray after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Murray, the pass to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At 6'10", 250 pounds, that's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Now, here's Burke. Porzingis can't hit. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Outside, Porter. Doncic against Murray. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Up again. And Murray with the second chance points.
Jamal Murray wants it, and he got it.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 3-pointer, Barton. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Burke with the ball. And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Michael Porter. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Burke. Burke's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Murray penetrating. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. Pocket 6. On the wing, Gordon. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Dallas. 3-point lead. Hardaway kicks to Burke. Outside Hardaway. Burke dishes to Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Goes up on the high post. Doncic, no good.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Murray for 3. Misses the 3. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Leonard with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And there's Jackson on the assist by Leonard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Second chance shot, and it's Murray laying it in.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
George looking around. Pass to Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Murray.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Porter finds Jokic. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic. Porter against Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
George against Barton. Here's Zubac. And the Clippers miss again.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Leonard against Murray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
George against Barton. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson against Murray. There's the feed to Millsap. Another shot. Now the pass to Jokic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The 8-footer. And a wide open look for Porter. Denver the rebound. Tries again. Jokic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Outside, George. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. It's good. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, you know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
And here's Jackson. He has 5. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 7 points.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Murray against Leonard, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lob pass to Gordon. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up 1. we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few...
Selfless. I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Rajon Rondo. Kennard is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 2 spot. On the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in. Denver in the lead. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Right side, Green. Outside, Gordon. Passes it to Green. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. McGee's got his first bucket in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Rondo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to Dozier. He kicks to Green. Here's McGee. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The drive by Rondo feeds to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Green in the post. Patterson's there. Kicks it out to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Green. Back to Gordon. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Here's Oturu. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Green. Second shot opportunity. Here's Oturu. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Nuggets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Dozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. They now take the lead.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Green. The pass to Oturu. Right side, Leonard. Lets it go from the wing, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead. Leonard's gone 2 of 3 from the field. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Campazzo, he's covered by Leonard. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Gordon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Outside Rondo. We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lob pass to Gordon. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Lays it in off the breakaway. Rondo's got his second basket.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Jackson against Murray. And the rejection by Jackson. Yep, that one goes in there. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. At the top of the key, Batum. Back to Jackson. For Murray. Jackson misses. The Nuggets shooting well. 50% from the floor. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one fast break. Outside for George. Doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Floats it up for Millsap. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Jumps up. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. To the middle. Here's Jokic. That one good for 2.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's George. On the wing, Jackson. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 9.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Murray against Jackson. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Count that bucket. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Pass to George. Passes to Morris. Here's Zubac. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling. And, yes, it brings back a lot of fun.
Oh, what a play!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
For the lead, and too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Here's Mann, outside for Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Ahead, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Rondo kicks to Morris. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead, leading by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patterson in at the center, locking down the middle. Clippers leading by 4. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Barton. A shot by Batum, no good. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Outside for Jackson. McGee with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Paul George, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. McGee's shot is off. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson with it. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Porter in the corner. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Now Leonard. Outside, George. Zubac's trying to break loose. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Murray against Jackson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. And it's the Clippers ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's the 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
And it's Murray penetrating. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game. On the wing, Batum. Jackson passes to Batum. On the wing, George. Shoots over Barton. Outside, Batum. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Barton. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Jackson up top. He's covered by Murray. Jackson passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Zubac finds Leonard. Off target from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Outside, Batum. To the inside. Here's Zubac. Back to Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside for George. Los Angeles with another miss. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Murray, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
So he comes up empty, missing both. 19 seconds left in the 4th. Right side, George. Outside, Jackson. From deep. Porter pulls it in. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Money!
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
George with no one around. Off target. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. All right, David, great job. The Trailblazers focused as they walk into the locker. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. It's McCollum on the wing. Outside, Covington. Lillard finds Nurkic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Barton. For 3, Murray. And it's rebounded by Covington. One-on-one fast break. It's blocked. Barton dishes to Gordon. And there's Porter on the assist by Gordon.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Lillard, right side. Down low, Nurkic. It's hauled in by Jokic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Now Powell. Pass to McCollum. He kicks to Nurkic. Powell against Porter. 5 on the clock, and he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Porter looking it over. No good with the triple.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide open 3 like that.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now here's Lillard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's Jokic. The shot from the low post is good.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Lillard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Murray outside. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Pass to Barton. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's McCollum. No good on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Porter kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Covington. Jokic, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's McCollum. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
The pass to Gordon. Outside, Porter. Jokic inside. Covington's there, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Barton.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's Lillard missing. Barton outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, JaVale McGee is out there at Bowl. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Dozier in the shooting guard. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Dozier. McGee in the corner. Pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Norman Powell, and Denver also making a switch. Gordon's checked in. Pass to McGee. Here's Dozier. Throws it up high. Not going to go that time. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the wing, Jones. Stolen by McGee. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Giles, the pass to Little. Over to the wing. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Little. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Now here's Gordon. The pass to McGee. Denver needs to get off his shot. Campazzo. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. McGee with the block. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's McCollum. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Murray kicks to Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
McCollum, no good. The Nuggets leading by 5. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Lillard scanning the floor. And the 3 off target.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tips it up. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Murray outside. Nurkic with the steal. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounce. And that does it for our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now, here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Passes it to Dozier. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 10 points.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Lillard. From deep, the long distance three is buried. 7 points in the game.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Millsap left side. Here's Murray up on top. He dishes it to Millsap. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Lillard outside. Misses the three.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pass to Jokic. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. Good defense by Jokic.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Now, here's Murray. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. There's the pass to Porter. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. Little dishes to Powell. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Passes it to Bol. To the paint. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it from both ends of the court.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to McGee. In the corner, Bol with it. Plenty of space. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Harden with the rebound. Denver leading by 10. Bol the pass to Porter. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Here's Powell. Moves back up. Nurkic. Here's Simons. They get it again.
No, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Taken away. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Powell.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Will Barton. Green finds Barton. 6 to shoot. Back to Green. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Jones. He gets it in there.
That's nice hustle up the court. I mean, a nice pass to reward that hustle.
Denver leading by 4. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Green. Porter trying to free himself up, and Green gets it to go.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Jokic with the bucket.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And again, it's Portland converting.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Murray against Lillard. Murray's good. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Jokic finds Millsap. And here is Murray. To the middle. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Free throw, good. Jokic.
Wrong guy to put on the line in a close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Lillard misses. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Five to shoot. Left side, Gordon. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard against Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Passes to McGee. Shoots over Powell. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Murray against Lillard. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his third foul of the game. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to McGee. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Clock is at 3.
McCollum is solidly contested shot. Does a nice job of getting hands up in time.
The 3. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
He's an experienced player in clutch situations. I mean, McCollum loves being the guy that takes these important shots.
Barton finds Murray. Back to Barton. Murray with it. Pass to McGee. Nurkic with the steal. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 4. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. sprawling metropolis. And David.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Bol in at the power forward. And for the Mavericks, Trey Burke is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And that one's good. Doncic. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Burke kicks to Finney-Smith. No good on the triple.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Bol, that's good.
Now you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Burke finds Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Out to Doncic. Now here's Marjanovic. To the paint. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. The kick out to Barton. Jokic passes to Barton. Back to Jokic. No good with the layup. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And there it is for him.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, Doncic. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. Offensive rebound. Porzingis on the foul.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Passes it to Dozier. Gordon with it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Denver grabs the miss.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And the basket by Gordon.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell in the high post. Back to Brunson. Millsap with the steal. And here's the break, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis, and Josh Richardson subbed in for Doncic. Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. Now here's Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Campazzo. The Nuggets with another miss. The Mavericks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Murray surveying the D. Powell with the steal. No good that time. It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second quarter will get underway just after. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Powell. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the 5 down low.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Powell kicks to Brunson. Back to Powell. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Outside for Millsap. McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. McGee's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Doncic outside. And the pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Murray against Doncic. Barton wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Shoots from the line. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Doncic with the block.
And the defense of Doncic looking a lot better. I mean, when he works hard at that end of the floor, he can get up and block some shots, too. Not a lot of them, but he can block a few.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for Denver?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Redick for three. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson, he's checked in for Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Murray. And again, Denver no good. The Mavericks trailing. Richardson gets a wide open look. It's good. This game is all even. Richardson's got his first 2 points.
Richardson, good choice of shot there. He takes shots that come within the offense.
Back to Murray. Here's Gordon over Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know, Gordon's so crafty and full of tricks that he keeps the defense guessing.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
34 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Millsap. Here's Dozier. Here's McGee. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Hardaway. Back to Brunson. For 3, Richardson. And that would have counted, but his shot. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So on the floor for Denver. Cole is out there at Porter. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
The kick out to Porter. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis. Barton surveying the floor. Floats it up for Jokic. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Jokic against Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 6 points.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Murray kicks to Barton. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. And it's McGee penetrating. And the shot goes down. McGee's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Powell finds Hardaway. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Here's Dozier, guarded by Hardaway. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Brunson, good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Millsap dishes to Gordon. Good D by Hardaway.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. The feed now to Powell. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Campazzo lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Millsap with the steal. Gets it off. No good on the shot. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude. I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
Here's Murray. Sinks that one from the post.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic looking it over. The 11-footer. Rebound by the Nuggets. Murray with it. Jokic high post. Millsap passes to Jokic. Here's Dozier. The Nuggets need to get a shot on three. And Jokic slams it in.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Doncic outside from 15 feet away. The basket counts, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Burke. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And it's McGee penetrating.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Over Murray. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Murray outside. Basket counts.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Doncic against Murray. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to McGee. Pass to Jokic. Back to McGee. Fires from the wing. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. Mavericks trail by 7. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot. And Porzingis with the lay-in.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Here's Murray. to the inside. Porzingis with the steal. Burke the pass to Marjanovic. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Denver lead.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. For Denver, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. Doncic with the block. Inside. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And it's Murray penetrating. He kicks it to McGee. Passes it to Dozier. Pocket 6. It's in!
And they do have a foul to give.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Misses the tray.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Murray kicks to Barton. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there at Bowl. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here's Murray. Now the feed to Bol. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Outside Jackson. Six on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Barton right side. Murray outside. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic against Batum. And that one's good, Jokic.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
And here's George for three. The Clippers rebound. Here's Zubac. No good off the front iron. For Denver, they've gotten their first three shots to go in for them to start off this game. George against Barton. Shoots from the elbow. A shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard against Porter. Leonard kicks to Zubac. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Can they get it? And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Murray. No good on that one. 80 that time from Leonard. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Outside for George. On the wing, Batum. Leonard on the wing. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Batum. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Murray against Jackson. Stolen by George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Jackson from long range. And Bol pulls it down. Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Murray kicks to Bol. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here is Zubac. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Batum wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Denver in the lead. Here's the break. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jokic, no good.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And George with this stuff.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Murray against Jackson. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Jokic with the steal. No good, shot missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets lead by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Paul Millsap out there with Aaron Gordon. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the 2-guard position. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kennard. Good on the shot.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Pass to Millsap. Dozier kicks to Gordon. Dishes it to Millsap. Back to Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Millsap misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Patterson finds Kennard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Pass to Gordon. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And the shot goes in. And here is Los Angeles now. They get a hand on it. Patterson passes to Mann. Rebounded by McGee.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Rondo with a clean look. Offline with his 3.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. The pass to Leonard. Back to Kennard. Nobody near Leonard. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Denver passing it around. Kicks it to Murray. Passes it to Gordon. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They push it up 4 on 3. Rondo passes to Morris. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. The Nuggets leading by 4. Floats it up for Murray.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Rondo passes to Patterson, and the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Batum fires, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Batum's got his first points in this one. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Porter against Leonard. Back to Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Porter pulls it in. And here's Denver. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Bull. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Bull's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Over Jokic. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And so it's the Denver Nuggets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And he's good on the 3-ball. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Barton kicks to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. George passes to Batum. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. And it's denied.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. George looking around. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. For the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Mann. And that one is off. And it's Denver the other way.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside Rondo. And Patterson kicks to Rondo. Pass to Mann. Clock at 4. Back to Rondo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nuggets leading by 12. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Millsap left side. No good from 11 feet.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. McGee, the pass to Dozier. Back to McGee. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McGee's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Gordon dishes to McGee. Millsap down low. He's covered by Rondo. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Kennard's shot is off. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. A pass to Dozier. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Denver also making some changes. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee. And Murray subbed in for Paul Millsap. The Clippers grab the miss. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Batum against Murray. Left side, Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Patterson. Here's Batum. Pass to Patterson. Morris inside. A second chance effort. He can't hit that time. And so it's Denver up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got JaVale McGee. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Bull in at the 4. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Poked loose and stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the dunk by Bull.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense. Moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
Outside, George. Back to Jackson. He lobs it up. Clock at 6. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Murray against George. Murray, the pass to Bull. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Right side, Jackson. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. No, I'm going to agree with you. Outside for Jackson. Fires for three. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bull's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. And so Murray nails both of them.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Murray finds Jokic. The shot, no good. Clippers trail by 13. To the middle. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Porter.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Free throw good, Paul George. Denver leading by 10. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Murray kicks to Jokic. It's Porter outside. And another miss by Denver. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Outside Jackson. There's the lob to the hoop. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Zubac. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in, and he makes both free throws. Clippers trail by 12. We've got 1:23 left here in the 4th quarter. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. But no luck.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Pass to George. Here's Rondo. Zubac, the pass to Rondo. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Denver.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jamal Murray.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved. Really enjoyable to watch.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Bull. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. George with no one around. And Batum kicks to George. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win.